bigger Muta pack. Really, where is all of Wensleydale's supply at? It must be in workers?
Yeah, 56 drones, 7 Zerglings, 23 roaches. He has a pretty hefty roach army. And then 9 infestors. Wow, that's a lot of fungals. You know what? If he catches Ben's Muta pack at a good time with the fungals, he could potentially kill all those Mutas.
Yeah, and that may be what his hope is there. He's also taking the gold rather aggressively. He
Wow.
definitely feels in control of the game. And I don't know, I would probably feel the same way if I were him, but this Muta pack could be much more aggressive out of Ben. He's been very defensive all game, but really if he wants to get back in, I'm thinking he needs to at least harass with these Mutas.
Yeah, if you're going to go Mutas, you need to be moving them around the map. You need to be at the very least using them for scouting information. And really, you want to be using them to force your opponent to move around and keep them pinned inside their base. You know, if you can swing around, say, to the main, just pick off the extractor. That is not covered by the spore call. You pick off the extractor, you run away. You know, it keeps your opponent distracted. But we got some roaches swinging up into the third here. A whole bunch of roaches and Mutas following it up. And those Mutas do still have the upgrade.
Oh, nice surround with the Lings, but the Mutas finally show up, and Roaches behind, and the infestors are in range to get an awesome fungal. Oh no, Ben! Oh! It actually misses the fungals utterly, kind of, but still the higher Muta count.
Yeah, I thought those Corruptors were going to turn the tide, but he got some good fungals down, dealt a lot of damage, and now the Corruptors are having to run away. Now, Ben is going to win this air battle, but then he's not going to have anything to really shoot down with. And that's going to, well, you know, air control doesn't help much if your base on the ground is dying.
Yeah, we see.
Oh, wow, Wensley does win the air war with a single Muta left, courtesy of those infested Terrans.
And actually, I'm kind of surprised that we don't see just a stream of units across the map right now from Wensleydale. He's got to know that he's denied this third so many times that he's just way far ahead. And he
has tripled the supply of his opponent.
I'd like to see Ben, since he obviously plans to stick around, warp in a bunch of Banelings and just try and get some amazing hits off, because that's probably about his only chance right now to trade efficiently. Maybe a few infestors of his own. The Ling run by actually they do get in and scout just how few minerals are left, and I think that may trigger Wensleydale's wrath.
Yeah, like the Banelings would work, but Wensley's ground army is mainly Roach, and Banelings just aren't the greatest against Roaches, so yeah, Ben is very, very far behind at this point, and I don't know what he can do to come back.
He's trying to build that greater spire. He's got 7 Corruptors out. Looks like he wants to hide behind a line of spine and spore crawlers and have the overlords protect him, and he still does have a pretty decent bank, but he can't keep up. Oh, good win for him.
Oh, nice.
Was gonna lose still half of his Lings, but oh wow, with 2 life, come on, just die, man.
Lings are they don't want to give up, man. But yeah, I mean, I see what Ben is trying to go for here. He's trying to get a Broodlord Death Doom army, but the problem is all he can really do effectively with this is defend. And then the moment Wensley sees that, he's just going to make a big cycle of Corruptors and then just crush it.
I think so too. Yeah, we got the... I mean, he is leaving some Corruptors, which is a great choice. A lot of Zerg forget to do that. I also think that Ben's plan is to bring all the static defense along with him.
Oh, nice.
Pre-set up that creep tumors on the low ground. See how far forward he moves. I like that. Finally, he's going to need to build a third, or rather a second wall like that if he ever wants to take his third base.
Take a look at the third. There's a Roach blocking it.
Oh, that drone. Where is the Overseer? Did he kill all of them earlier?
No, he's got one right by the natural, so I think he just hasn't noticed yet that the drone isn't morphing into a hatchery.
Yeah, I guess not. He's focused on setting up that wall on the low ground. And he's left his spore colonies behind, and that's actually really bad because he's only got a few Corruptors to counteract. And we see Wensleydale is waiting on a greater spire of his own. We open up the units tab. We see all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of things. Okay, back to production.
Yeah, let's just look at the supply counts for now. But Wensley just so far ahead. His income is quadruple his opponent's.
Ooh.
So Yeah, he's got to be feeling pretty good about his position right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see him take just another base, like take the natural of the main that he took. Just take that base as well, because he's so far ahead at this point.
That Roach finally gets killed, and Benthek may finally try again to resalvage his third. Muta's coming up and in and finding an angle to attack an Evo where there's only a queen left to kill it. A lot of drones actually idle for Ben, and he cannot afford that. The Corruptor's coming in from behind and just cleaning up the Mutas. That's a small win, but to agree with you...
I think Wensley is sacrificing his Mutas to free up supply.
Oh, wow, didn't even see the Nidus Worm go down, and we have a lot of roaches coming in, target firing that Greater Spire, and a little bit of... Yeah, they don't even need to micro, what am I talking about? The Greater Spire goes down, the Spore Colonies also being attacked randomly, the spawning pool is going to go down, and the Broodlords are probably going to eventually clean up these roaches, but not before the majority of things in Ben's main go down. Also, you see the third just now finally maybe setting up. However, there are more infestors that are going to be in the way. Oh, how rude is that?
Yeah, I guess Wensley's just trying to take out this, I guess the Hive. I guess the Mutas were just a distraction to give his Nidus time to get set up.
I believe so, and that's a lot of Broodlords out of Ben now. How many does he have? He's got 12 of them, but the Hive went down, the Greater Spire went down, and I think we're about to see one last dying attempt out of Ben, probably grab everything, including his Overlords, and just go down. Well, I mean, he's rebuilding the Spire, and he looked like he's trying to establish the third, which would be his only mine. Oh, I'm sorry, not only mining. He's still got 105 minerals left at his expansion.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Ben's only chance at this point is to grab all of his Broodlords. He does have a lot, and push. But even then, Wensleydale is reproducing. He's got quite a few Corruptors now, and he still does have that +1 attack, whereas Ben is still on, no upgrades at all for his air. So, very rough position for Ben. I really don't see a way he can get back in this game.
I don't
he is
like
going to be
this
able to kill
choice
some
either.
bases.
The Broodlords are all by themselves. There's nothing with them.
That and as soon as Wensley sees them over that base, he's just going to send those Corruptors down, just pick those off for free. And that'll basically be the end of
There's one Muta down here, and just the Broodlords can't do anything about it. It'll take the Muta forever, but these Corruptors, like you were saying, are now on their way. And the Broodlord, I mean, Ben's going to get to kill some stuff, which can make him feel better, but I just don't see a way back in for him.
Yeah, and Wensley just sniped the third yet again.
And now he's got a Baneling there. Oh my goodness.
Yep. So that way when the drone comes to build the hatchery, instead the Baneling explodes and kills the drone. Yeah, I feel at this point Wensley's just kind of toying with his opponent. And there's the GG.
Finally Ben has to go ahead and GG. And, it's always fun to see Broodlords out on the map, but that game was basically from the first time that the third base was denied. That was basically Wensleydale's game to lose, and he managed to continuously get more and more ahead, so congratulations to him on beating Benthek and becoming the 41st victor of Good as Gold. Both Benthek and Wensleydale earn invites to the Tournament of Champions on the 24th of June. That will be starting... there will be more details coming out about that later, but the main important aspect of it is that the #1 prize winner will get their name, their ID, their gamer tag, whatever you want to call it, put into a real-life book that will be published by our sponsor for the tournament, pjschneider.com. She's a sci-fi, a steampunk, and she also has some romance books out there. And, she's my girlfriend, which is how I was able to set it up. But there'll be that along with other similarly awesome prizes coming up, and Good as Gold Tournament of Champions will be occurring once a month into the future, so every 4 weeks after that. Mr. SquallCasting, Mr. Avarice, thank you, sir, very much for coming. If you could do one last plug of yourself, pretty please.
Sure. I'm SquallCasting. You can find me at youtube.com/SquallCasting. You can also find me on Twitter at Richard Isaac. That is ISAAK, not C. And on my YouTube videos, there's also a link to a battle.net forum thread where I keep track of all the projects I'm working on, and you can also communicate with me if you want to send me replays to cast and things of that nature.
Outstanding. Thank you very much, sir. If anybody out there is on Twitter, please tweet at me and Avarice. Let us know if you enjoyed any and all feedback of just feedback of all kinds, good, bad, trolling even. Just lets us know what direction to head our casting styles in, and we're really trying to improve along with you. To all the participants, thank you so much. If you're watching the VOD, thank you also. Let me know feedback again. If you have points where I misanalyzed something or wasn't listening to the words that came out of my mouth, or I ignored SquallCasting, which I tend to do, please let me know. Point out those mistakes. I really like to go back and try and fix that kind of thing into the future. And one last time, thank you, Mr. Avarice, SquallCasting. Good night to everyone.